physically bridging Europe and Asia. Turkey is a Muslim-majority country that pursued a Western-oriented foreign policy. To this end, Turkey uses its global diplomatic network, the fifth most extensive, of 246 diplomatic and consular missions. Throughout the Cold War, Turkey's most important ally has been the United States, which shared Turkey's interest in containing Soviet expansion. In support of the United States, Turkey contributed personnel to the UN forces in the Korean War, joined NATO in 1952, recognized Israel in 1948 and has cooperated closely with it. Turkey's alliance with Israel during the Arab-Israeli conflict strained its relations with the Arab world and Iran, and subsequently led to overt Syrian support for Palestinian and Armenian terrorist operations against Turkish diplomats abroad until 1990. Historically, the foreign relations of the Ottoman Empire and later Turkey balanced regional and global powers off against one another, forming alliances that best protected the interests of the incumbent regime. The Soviet Union played a major role in supplying weapons to and financing Mustafa Kemal Atatürk's faction during the Turkish War of Independence, but Turkey's followed a course of relative international isolation during the period of Atatürk's reforms in 1920s and 1930s. International conferences gave Turkey full control of the strategic straits linking the Black Sea and the Mediterranean, though the Treaty of Lausanne in 1923 and the Montreux Convention of 1936. In the late 1930s, Nazi Germany made a major effort to promote anti-Soviet propaganda in Turkey and exerted economic pressure. Britain and France, eager to outmaneuver Germany, negotiated a tripartite treaty in 1939. They gave Turkey a line of credit to purchase war materials from the West and a loan to facilitate the purchase of commodities. Afraid of threats from Germany and Russia, Turkey maintained neutrality. It and sold chrome, an important war material, to both sides. It was clear by 1944 that Germany would be defeated and the chrome sales to Germany stopped. After World War II, Turkey sought closer relations with Western powers. It became a founding member of the United Nations in 1945, a recipient of Marshall Plan aid and a member of North Atlantic Treaty Organization in 1952. European Union-Turkey relations warmed during the Cold War period, and the post-Cold War period has seen a diversification of relations with Turkey, at various moments, seeking to strengthen its regional presence in the Balkans, the Middle East and the Caucasus, as well as taking steps toward EU membership. Under the AKP government, Turkey's economy has grown rapidly and the country's influence has grown in the Middle East based on a strategic depth doctrine, also called Neo-Ottomanism. Debate on Turkey's foreign relations is controversial both within Turkey itself and outside the country. In the West, there is a divide between those who are worried about Turkey's perceived movement away from the West toward a less democratic, more Islamic or more pro-Russian and pro-Chinese orientation, and those who do not see Turkey's changing political structure, growing regional power and relations with Russia as a threat. Despite being one of the first countries to recognize Armenia's independence, Turkey has never established formal diplomatic relations with Armenia. Turkey formerly had diplomatic relations with Cyprus, Taiwan and Syria. There has been a revival in Turkey's relation with Africa after 1998, and civil society is the leading factor in this process. Initially, this revival came as a passive attempt, but after 2005 it became an offensive interest in developing relations with the continent. The recent Turkey-Africa Cooperation Summit in 2008 marks the latest stage in Turkey's keen interest in developing relations with Africa, and should be seen as a turning point. Turkey, since its involvement in Somalia in 2011, is eager to be considered as a political actor in the continent. Since 2008, Turkey has prioritized friendly relations with Africa, partly to build friendly and ICT-free relations, which was not available in the hostile atmosphere in its neighborhood. Capitalizing on a strong sentiment of fellowship among Turkish people towards Africans, economic and diplomatic relations with Africa flourished. Foreign trade between sub-Saharan Africa and Turkey increased from $581 million in 1998 to $5.08 billion in 2015. Dating back to 1800, Turkey's relations with sub-Saharan Africa flourished from the 1860s, when the Ottoman Empire started sending trained imams to the region, until 1885 when other European colonial powers blocked Ottoman influence. Relations were restored in the 1950s, and gained momentum when Emperor Haile Selassie visited Turkey in March 1967 and December 1969. Since 2008, Turkey has contributed to the region through participation in peacekeeping missions, including the UN mission in Ivory Coast, the Democratic Republic of the Congo,